What's better than one artist on an album? Two artists. And when two artists come together to make one album, it's called a collab album, a term that is especially known in the hip-hop scene, where many legendary artists have made amazing albums together. Sometimes it's two rappers, and sometimes it's a rapper and a producer. Collab albums have been around for a long time, with Eric B and Rakim pairing up and making the album Paid in Full all the way back in 1987, selling over 1 million copies. So today, I'm going over some of the most legendary collab albums of all time and talking about just what makes them as great as they are and how the two artists work together to make something truly amazing. Now, when making a video like this, I'm kind of bound to talk about Watch the Throne by Kanye West and Jay-Z. This is arguably the biggest collab album, not just in hip-hop, but of all time in any genre. And how could it not be? It's a good album with two of the most legendary rappers of our generation. But in my opinion, Watch the Throne is a little overrated. And on the topic of Kanye's collab albums, I think there is a much better one to be talked about. This is no other album than Kids See Ghosts by Kanye West and Kid Cudi. Kanye and Cudi had already collaborated a lot before making this album. I mean, Cudi is on almost all of Kanye's albums before Kids See Ghosts in songs like Gorgeous, Welcome to Heartbreak, Guilt Trip, and Father Stretch My Hands. So it was only a matter of time before they finally made a whole album together, and I'm so glad they did. This album is a prime example of two artists who match each other perfectly. Kanye has his fast-paced verses in songs like Fourth Dimension and Kids See Ghosts, while Cudi utilizes his more laid-back, beautiful voice with a more melodic feel. The production also feels like a mix between the two artists, with Kanye's fire-produced beats and some of Cudi's more psychedelic-sounding production fitting in so well with each other. We got the prime of these two legendary rappers on an album, and it's absolutely amazing to see. It's also so easy to see that these two are very close friends here, as they open up about a lot of things on the album, and it's even one of Kanye's most open albums out there, talking about mental health and all of his issues. Definitely a legendary collab album, much better than anything on Vultures. Now, that was two rappers coming together to make an album, but as I stated before, sometimes it's a rapper and a producer. So let's talk about the best rapper/producer collab album out there. Madvillainy by MF Doom and Madlib. This is genuinely top 5 albums of all time, and that's not an overstatement. This album's production is so crazy. Madlib piled together some of the best beats of the 2000s with insane sampling on all of the tracks, and MF Doom just works so well on all of the beats. His rapping is insane. I don't think there will ever be another rapper/producer collab album that will top this thing. I just don't see it ever happening. Take a song like Meat Grinder and just listen to that hard-hitting beat, or the song Fancy Clown and listen to MF Doom's insane rhyme scheme. Madlib has been in other rapper/producer collab albums like on Bandana by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, which is also just an amazing album that I'd definitely be willing to talk about in another video, but it just doesn't beat Madvillainy. The last album I want to talk about today is a special one. It's another rapper/producer album, but it has a little twist to it. I'm talking about It's Almost Dry. Now, the difference is that there are two producers on the album and one rapper. That rapper is Pusha T, one of the most underrated artists of all time in my opinion, and on this album he collabed with Kanye West and Pharrel Williams as the producers, where Kanye produced one half of the album and Pharrel the other. This is just such a good idea for an album, and we get amazing production from both of these two paired with the absolute genius of Pusha T. This record is probably my favorite of 2022, and I don't think there are any misses on here. You think with two rappers it would be a little messy, but it just isn't. Every song feels like they should be on here and fits so well with the track list as a whole. You should all go give this album a listen if you haven't, cause I don't think you'll be disappointed. There are many more collab albums I want to talk about, so there is definitely room for a part 2. If you guys want to see that, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more music content like this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.